Okay. So let's do another one. Okay. So now we're having this situation here. They give us something like so the first question said, determine the term voltage. What does it mean by the term voltage? What is voltage? What is voltage?
It's the rate at which charges are produced.
So voltage is the amount of work done per unit charge. That is voltage, right? So the second question says switch S is now closed, right? So now the switch is open, right? And when it is closed, it is like this, right? So when the switch is closed, what happens? It means that the circuit is now complete, right? So it means that the current is passing through, right? And the same calculate the total resistance in the circuit. The total resistance in the circuit, right? And again, I said, this can be our resistor 1, this resistor 2, this resistor 3, right? Can you see that this resistor 1 is in series, resistor 2 and 3 then what? Parallel. But at the end of the day, these two, they are in series with this one, right? So to find the total resistance here, it means that we must first find the what? The resistance in parallel, right? So we say R T in parallel is equal to 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3 all inverse, right? So this is 1 over 24 plus 1 over 8. So what do you get? 86. This 6. So if it's 6, okay, right? 6. So if this is 6, and then again we need the total now, right? So we can say the total resistance is equal to 2 ohms plus 6 ohms, which gives us that is our total resistance, right? Yes. Yes. It's also the same, right? And then they said if 4 ampere current passes through 2 ohm resistor. So they said here how many current passing here? 4, right? So they said the current here is equal to 4, right? Determine the amount of charge passing through it in 2 minutes. Now we want the what? The charge. In how many minutes? 2. So did you see that we did many questions and they were asking the same question?
Yeah.
How many charges are passing? How many charges are passing? So by now you already know the formula, right?
I equals to
I is equal to
over time.
Q over time, right? So they said the amount of charge passing through this in 2 minutes, right? So again, it means that our charge will be equal to current multiplied by time. So what is our current? 4, right? Right, time which is 2 minutes is 120 seconds, right? So multiplied by 120 gives us 180. That is the amount of charge passing there, right? If the potential difference across the two resistor is 6 volts, so they are trying to say the voltage here it is what? 6 volts, right? So I say the voltage in what? In series, they do what? They are divided, right? So it means that if this is 6 volts, how much of the voltage is left here? So we're going to say what? Voltage total is equal to V1 plus V2, right? So if this one is equal to V1, so this one, the whole will be V2, right? So V total is 24. It's equal to voltage 1 which is 6 plus V2. So it means that our V2 equals to 24 minus 6. So which is 80 volts, right? Okay. So you do that here, how many voltage, what is the voltage passing through here? 18, right? So what is the voltage passing through this one? The voltage passing through this one is how many? What is the voltage passing through here? We said this total is 18 volts. What is the voltage here? Why?
Because
Guys, what is the voltage then? Guys, you forgot that the voltage here is not the same. This is parallel.
so it's 18.
So here it is 18 volts. Here it is 18 volts. Then perfect. Can you see that? Can you see that? So here they said the current here is 4 amps. What is the current then? The current. They said here it is 4. What about here? Why? Because the current in series is the what? It's the same. So don't forget that. The current in series is the what? The same. The voltage in series is not the same. The voltage in parallel is what? The same. But the current in parallel is what? Not the same. Don't forget that. That is the only clue to solve all this. You need that clue only. That's why I made you to write those notes. Because I know that that is the clue that you need to solve any question. So it means that all those things you must keep them at the back of your mind every time you are solving this. Right? So that you'll be able to know that, okay, if this is the situation that is happening, so it means that my voltage is like this. So if it is this situation, it means that my current is like this. So already if you are given that this is 4 ampere like this, you know that the total current here is 4, here the current is 4, here the current is 4. If you are given that the voltage that is total here is 20, so you know the voltage here is 20, the voltage there is 20. Because the voltage in parallel is the same. The current in the series is the same. Let's try to do another one. Let's try to explain that. practice problem 2. The first one that you see there. So guys, don't be scared of how the question is like. Take your time, relax. Take your time, relax. So let's see. This one is saying how many cells are we having? One cell. You can show you, the middle of the slide, the first one is you know that this is the resistance. Okay. Can you see what's happening here? We're having this. Here, that is the what? Second, right? And this is the voltage measuring the, and then this is the current measuring the what? Second, right? And this is another resistor that is in series, so not given. Its value are just given R, right? And we're having this situation. This is another switch. So this is switch 2 and this is switch 1, right? And they say here it is 4 ohms. Here it is also 4 ohms. And this is voltage number 2, right? So they say when switch S is open, right? Switch S1 is open. So S1 is still open, right? What is the voltmeter reading there? Why? Why is 0? So what is the S1 guys? What is the voltage number 1? It becomes the what? It becomes the EMF, right?
Yes.
It becomes the what?
EMF.
The EMF. What is the EMF? It measures the what? The potential difference of the what? Of the battery, right? Okay. Now they said both switches are what? Are closed now. Yeah? So if these are closed now, so this is closed and this is closed. It means that the current is now circulating everywhere, right? They say the total resistance of the circuit becomes 4. The total what? Resistance of what? Of the whole circuit becomes what? 4, right? So they say calculate the value of R. Calculate the value of what? R. So this is what you do. Right? You know that the total resistance of this whole circuit is what? 4. So we know that the resistance total is equal to 4. Right? But how do we find the total resistance? At first we must add this and add it with this, right? So firstly we find the resistance in parallel, right? So which is 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4, all like that, right? What do you get? 0. Is it not true, guys? It must be true. It is 2, right? So found that the total here it is what? It is 2, right? So, but you know that this R total it is equal to this 2 plus this R, right? And what is this R total? They said it is 4. So 4 is equal to 2 plus R. So it means that our R becomes 4 minus 2, which is what? 2. So it means that it is 2. Can you see that? And the next question says what? Calculate the regime on the ammeter here, right? So we need the current now. Okay? If 180 coulomb charge passes through, right? So they said 180 coulomb passes through each of these. And 180 coulomb passes through each of these in 2 minutes. Right? So we know that current is equal to charge over time, right? So our current becomes, what is the charge? 180 over the time, which is 2 minutes, which is 180, right? So what is the current? Right there. Becomes what? Over 2. 1,5, right? So this is 1,5 ampere. So it means that here is having 1,5 and here is having 1,5 ampere, right? So the next question says, what is the voltage passing through here? What is the voltage passing through here? I said, if you are trying to calculate the voltage that is passing through this only, right? We must use the current that is passing through this only and the resistor that is there only, right? So it means that voltage is equal to what? Right? What is the current? 1.5 and the voltage is what? I mean the 4, right? So it means that the voltage that is passing through there is what? 6, right? 6, right? So it means that here it is 6 volts. What about here? Without any calculation, what about here? 6 volts as well. Right? Because the voltage in what? They what? They're the same. So this is also 6 volts, right? So now if I say, what about the current that is passing through here? The current passing through here. What is the current passing through here? Why? Don't forget that the current that is total is equal to the current that are in parallel edged together. Right? So it means that the current is equal to 1.5 plus 1.5. Because this is 1.5 and this is 1.5, which is 3. So the current there is equal to 3. Right? So if this is 3, they said, what is the voltage that is passing through here? Voltage is equal to what? I am multiplied by R. Which voltage is equal to? What is I then? 3. What is R? 2. So voltage there is equal to 6 volts, right? So if I say now, what is the voltage passing through this one? The voltage passing through this one, what is the voltage? What is it? Don't forget that the voltage in series, what we do in the voltage in series? We add them. So how many here? Is it 4? Is it not 6? And what, how many here? 6. So 6 plus 6 gives us 12. So voltage is equal to 6 plus 6, giving us 12 volts. So this is 12 volts. Right? Amen.